How you doing? How you doing, man? Welcome to another episode. I put you on game. I got another special guest with me. He's one of Atlanta's hottest upcoming producers. He's also a fashion designer. Got one, but two brands. And now we're about to get to know this good brother right here, man. My boy Keionte, man.
What's going on, man? What's going on? It's good to be here. It's always good to be here with family, man.
Yes, sir. Yes,
It's
sir.
been my man for some years now.
Yes, sir.
Good-hearted man. And
Absolutely.
I can't do nothing but do right by people like him, man. So
I appreciate
we
that.
gotta put you on game today. We gotta put you on game.
That's what it's all about, man. So tell the people where you from, man.
Okay. I was born in Atlanta. Specifically in Pittsburgh. It's
Okay.
a neighborhood. It's a rough neighborhood. You know, the best neighborhood to grow up in, but you know, me and my family, we made the best out of it.
Right.
Mom and dad raised me. You know, shout out to them. Raised a good young man.
Okay.
The middle of four. I'm the second of four. Of course, you know, my youngest sister.
Absolutely. She didn't know what damn zone she was on.
That girl said zone 6. Boy, that was funny. Boy, that was funny. That was funny.
I'm gonna kick the ass out of this damn
boy,
show.
That was funny. But we definitely from zone 3, so we definitely from the 3. From the 3. We're not from zone 6, unfortunately. But yeah, we were born and raised in Pittsburgh, in the Canterville area, and like I said, it was rough. It was real rough. You know, it wasn't the best, but like I said, we made the best out of it. Always educated ourselves, and always made sure we kept our mother happy. You know, because all the stress that was going on around us with death and you know, poverty. It was bad, but yeah, man.
Yeah, man. That's good. So how was it like, you know, having two younger sisters? I'm the oldest out of all my siblings, and I try to be a good example for them. You know, so I try when I teach them something, I try to practice what I preach. So like, how was it like for you? You know, being one of the older siblings.
Actually, I was a bad older sibling at first, you know, because I had my big brother. I also used to my big brother, you know, playing that role all the time. So when I did have to become big brother, you know, in that unfortunate time my brother passing, it was like, how did he do this? Like, I couldn't take it, you know, for a minute. You know, it was hard. It was a whole different, like, ball game, because they gonna call on you for everything.
Absolutely.
They gonna ask you for advice, and
absolutely,
they gonna cry to you, you know. So it was a whole different ball game, but I took it and I ran with it. And I'm actually the brother of 4 sisters. I got 2 sisters on my dad's side too. So they're still growing, you know. They're younger than Kalli and Cameron.
Right.
So I'm still in big brother mode, you know, to this day.
Hey man, you will never stop being a big brother.
Never stop being in big brother mode, man.
I'm here for how you never stop being a big brother.
That's one thing. It's a message to the big brothers. Please guide your little sisters, man. A lot of lost young girls out here. They just lost. I'm just say that, and I know that by experience, not by just opinion.
Right.
Guide your little sisters, man. All this stuff y'all doing around them, you know, they pay attention. So just guide your sisters. You know, I know we got our brothers all the time, but guide your sisters too.
Right. You got to, man. Cause see, for me, growing up, see, how you say you grew up with both parents. You know, I grew up without a father. So everything I learned in life, I had to learn the hard way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Growing up without a father, you know, in a single mother household, you feel like, man, what can a woman tell me what to do? She don't know what it is to be a man. She don't know what it is to have these feelings. I had this, I had that. So I had to go through those hard lessons, and I went through shit so I can come back and teach my younger siblings certain things so they won't have to go through it. Or at least be that person that can talk to them, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I was saying in one of my other episodes, that it's good to have an OG that can relate to the young niggas. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a little older, but I can relate to how young niggas kind of feel.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh yeah, I definitely relate.
So especially growing up in that type of household, you know what I'm saying? A lot of this, that's very common in the black community, us growing up without fathers, and that's why Father's Day just felt so
dull.
Yeah.
Yes. And I was with my dad, and I seen a line full of girls at the club. Like a line of young girls, like you like 20, 21, 22, you know, I'm gonna say age range from 20 to 25. I was like, damn, why ain't none of these girls with their dad? Like, and they, you know, they dress like sexy, like short stuff. And I'm looking, I'm with my dad, and we went to the club next to the club. It was 2 clubs. It was like a lounge and a club. We went to the lounge next to the club. And as I'm walking, me and my lady, we like, for it to be Father's Day, there's a lot of young people out here like just at the club, daytime party. You know what I'm saying? We sitting here taking our dads out to a nice little lunch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't judging nobody,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm just saying that's how in the black community it's just so normalized that Father's Day don't even matter.
Right.
Mother's Day is like Christmas.
Exactly.
You know, but Father's Day is like, what's the holiday we don't care about? Memorial Day. You know what I'm saying? Something like that.
I mean, more people barbecue on
People do more on Memorial Day than they do for Father's Day, which is fucked up.
It is. Cause like when you see like when I repost with 50 Cent, when I repost what 50 Cent said, like he said on Father's Day, you see the commercials, it'd be like a little screwdriver,
yeah,
like a little, you know, little hammer, like a bill or something.
Yo, big diamond ring.
Yeah, but with women it'd be like Zeb because they care and they love. Like niggas don't love diamonds too. Like we don't want the car too. Like we don't want the same thing. It's crazy though, but like I was saying, man, a father is just as important as a mother.
Yeah, man.
They both play different roles, but they are just as important because people that grew up without their father, they be missing something. Yeah. It's always something you missing. A lot of them grow up disrespecting women, not understanding certain things, not understanding certain thoughts. Because like I said, what does a woman know what it is to be a man? Vice versa, what does a man know how to be a woman? And you can't tell a woman how to be a woman, and a woman can't tell a man how to be a man. It goes both ways. So I just hate how Father's Day was, man. Salute to all the real fathers out there that's being there for their kids, that's, you know what I'm saying, that's not choosing money over their kids. I used to tell my dad all the time, man, hey, money is not everything, man. Like, the kids ain't gonna, I had took my siblings out. I think when I had seen y'all at the bowling alley, I had took all of them out to the bowling alley. Like, we had a good ass time. I spent a lot of money that day, Keionte. But they ain't gonna remember that shit. Kids ain't gonna remember the money you spent. They gonna remember the memory, that time. Oh yeah, we went out and we played this. Yeah, we went out and we did this. We went out and did that. Memories mean everything. Yeah. Money doesn't. You know what I'm saying? And so shout out to the fathers that is actually spending quality time and really, you know what I'm saying, teaching your kids what it is to be an adult and, you know, just being there for them because y'all are important. So salute to the father that is out there. And people out here that are making babies that ain't got them in their life, man, stop.
Please stop.
Please stop that shit because you're hurting the kids. You really hurting the kids and you damaging them and a lot of them grow up just traumatized. Because a dad for a daughter, I believe they say their dad is the first man they supposed to love, right? Just like with your mom, that's the first woman you ever loved, right? So for daughters that grow up without a dad, you know what I'm saying, they never felt that kind of love from somebody, from their own dad. So how the hell they gonna know how to love a man? True. So it just goes deep, man. So yeah, man, but it's good to hear you say that you grew, you know what I'm saying, with both your parents in the household. Man, I know it's rough, but for you to, you know, make it out, that's the main thing. Make it out, standing for something, being a man of morals and principles. That's what it's about too, man. So I'm glad to say that about you, man. But yeah, so what high school you went to though, man?
Oh yeah, I went to Carver High School, right? All my schools in a C. That's how I look at it. I got my elementary school, you got Giddings, and you got Paws that sit at the top of the hill, and you go on and around. It's a little cricket seat, but you go on and around, and then Carver sit at the top of the hill. So, of course, Giddings and Paws was in Pittsburgh, was in my neighborhood, and Carver was a little bit off. It was still my neighborhood, but it was other people. It was me. It was three neighborhoods conjoined. It was Carver Homes / Lakewood, you know. You had Summerhill, and then you had Pittsburgh. You know, all three of us met right there at that one spot, and all of us went to that school, and it was hell, man. I mean, ass whippings daily because you're not from somewhere, you know. Right. They don't like or they don't like your big brother. So your big brother or little brother could have been undid something to somebody, you know. But education-wise, man, best teachers. You know, I had some of the best teachers. Shout out to my teachers. Shout out to my history teacher. You know, I love history. You know, I ain't really like school, and they found ways to make me like school. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody make me like school, I fuck with you, I'm telling you. So shout out to Miss Haskins, man. She made me like writing, you know. I can honestly say that. I hated writing.
Man, I love writing. I do. Yeah, so I'm just gonna up a little bit. God damn. So did you go to college?
Yeah, I went to a little college. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I did a little college. I did more teaching than I did college, honestly. Let me tell you about this story now. I went to college. It got boring as hell. Got tired of sitting there listening to the same stuff every day, you know. So I went on to try to go finesse a career. I'm like, well, let me go try to get out here and get this same job that I can get while I'm waiting to get off my degree.
Right.
I went to go work at a YMCA about a year.
Okay.
The second year, I ran into my old my old teacher from Parks. His name was Mr. Arnold. And he was then I think he was a guidance counselor or something like that. And he seen me one day. He was like, "Hey, you know what you doing over here? Like, you know, I ain't seen you since you was in middle school.
Right.
You know, you grown now."
Right.
I mean, I went from fat to slim. You know, I looked totally different. He seen a grown man, you know, and I work with kids. So he was like, I know what he was thinking. Man, he used to be a little knucklehead from Pittsburgh, you know, and now you got your shit together a little bit. It looked like, you know.
Right.
So he offered me a job. And this is where the funny part come in. He said, "You got your degree?" I said, "Kinda." He said, "How can you kinda have a degree?" I said, "I'm in my third year in college, but I ain't finished yet, but I know I'm gonna get it."
Right.
He said, "So then what we gonna do?" I said, "We're gonna get you a job as a PE teacher, you know." He said on the papers, he's gonna say assistant PE teacher. He said, "But we're gonna pay you like a regular teacher." Long story short, the pandemic fucked you. Fuck the pandemic. Because the pandemic ended a goddamn good career for me at one point. And it's my fault too, because I didn't go back, you know. But the pandemic, unfortunately, ended my teaching job after 3 years, you know, without a degree. And that's what I never got to. I never got my degree. I dropped out and just started working. And they never found out, man. And that's kind of fucked up that I was working in the school system without a degree. But then at the same time, I taught my kids more than any teacher could have taught them, you know what I'm saying, about life, about respect. I taught my boys about respecting women. I didn't play that hidden girl stuff, you know. I taught my girls about respecting themselves. A lot of young ladies don't respect themselves first.
Right.
I even taught teachers how to respect the kids better. Like, talk to them like humans. They not dogs, you know.
Exactly.
And that was the main thing about me working. I hated when teachers talked to kids like dogs. It made me gravitate to the bad kids more because they got treated so bad when they actually did something. Right. So they have somebody talk to them like a human. Say, "Hey man, what's up? How your day going?" Instead of, "Go sit in that corner." You know, they go, "Hey, what's up, coach?" They want to be a friend now. They want to be a friend and they want to learn something from you. So that's another thing in the black community. We got to stop being like the white folk, you know what I'm saying? I'm just be real about it. We dictate. We dictate, you know, we dictate our kids. Go sit over there, hit them with a belt. Hey man, that's pre-born slavery. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I know people who don't even whoop their dogs, but whoop their kid, you know? So it's just weird. That's weird to me because we put life over a dog over a child. And that's why I said, working in the school system, I learned, boy, kids go through shit. They go through shit.
Yes, we do.
They go through shit. Like, they go through shit you would never, like, I had a kid, not being in tell nobody personal business, I ain't gonna say no names.
Right.
I had a kid, he was getting sexually abused, man. We never knew it because he was the happiest kid ever. You know, and when it came out, it was like, damn, bro. Like, I wish I could have helped him earlier because you would never think he going through that because he fainted every day he come to camp, man. You know what I'm saying? Although we did help him in that situation. We got him out that situation and we got him moved to a whole different place. You know what I'm saying? When we did find out. So but it still hunt me to the day. I tell that story to everybody I meet. I was like, man, I can't believe, you know what I'm saying? I knew somebody who was going through something and I didn't even know it because they played it off better than I could play it off. Because my dad was, you know what I'm saying, hitting on me that type of way, I would have been in jail for murder. You know what I'm saying? But he played that off, man. Kept his grades up, athletic, sports, you know, and dealt with that and still made it, you know what I'm saying? He graduated, he ended up graduating and stuff, so shout out to him, man. He know who he is. He probably in 9th, 10th grade now, but he know who he is.
Right. But see, a lot of times it's like that because as kids, man, we so immature. So when people be joning other kids, a lot of kids be going through shit at home.
Yes.
You know how people used to join people, what type of clothes you got on, type of shoes, you know, all that shit. Yeah. Man, you would never know your mom's struggling. they probably barely trying to eat. You know what I'm saying? Got to get a meal.
Barely get you this.
And barely get a bottle of damn water.
Barely get you this.
Exactly, and that shit's sad, and people don't understand that, and people rather sit there and join them. Cause you know, I ain't even gonna really fault the kids, cause we immature, we young, and they don't think like that. You know, we older now, so of course we gonna think more about that shit now.
Yeah.
But at the time, what kids don't understand is that they be bullying other kids without realizing new kids can't help themselves. You know what I'm saying? You fortunate. Yeah. You got both parents, or you got one parent that's making a lot of money. Be grateful, be humble. You know what I'm saying? It's kids out here that barely got food to eat. Yeah. Barely got food to eat. I mean, they gotta eat. They probably eat breakfast. That's it. Yeah. And they gotta stretch their whole breakfast meal to the end of the day. And that brings to the point what you just said. Like, you never know what goes on behind somebody's closed doors. So never join nobody, never judge nobody, because you never know what goes on. But to another point that you just said, how between black and white, it's gonna always be like that until we change the narrative. When you hear people like Master P, Damon Dash complain about ownership. Mm-hmm. You never see white folks trying to put wear their hat to the side. You never see them sagging their pants. You never see too many white people tattoos in the face with grills in their face like they Lil Wayne. You never see that though, because you never see that though because they never try to fit in to be us. But every time we go somewhere, what they always say, talk white, act proper. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I like you got some sense. Cause they hate us. They try to make us be them. Yeah. They ain't got the same swag as us. When Allen Iverson came into the NBA wearing them braids, them tattoos, and they hated that. They hated that. They call him a rapper. Yes. They said they tried to kick that man out the league. They hated that. Back when Magic Johnson they were wearing suits and shit, they hated that. Allen Iverson was the first real nigga to ever make the NBA. Ever, because he stayed himself, authentic to himself. Like niggas like, damn, he made it possible for a nigga like, damn, so I can do that. I can be myself and still make it. I ain't gotta act like something I'm not to just, you know what I'm saying, just to fit in. Yeah, just to fit in, and that's where a lot of us blacks, but it's gonna always be like that until we control the narrative. We're gonna always have to be puppets for other people until we own it and dictate what you said. But you, man. You was a generational curse breaker, because by you being a teacher and by you understanding the bad kids and by you bringing something different and not just trying to, you know what I'm saying, pick on other people, and actually you taking the time to learn, make it fun, and be understanding like that. You know what I'm saying? That's real. You was a generational curse breaker, and I hate that you didn't go back and try to be a teacher, because we need more teachers like you, man, that actually care about the students, you know what I'm saying? Not going to teach for a paycheck, actually caring about what the folks got going on in their life. So I hate that you kind of did that.
I never mentioned my paycheck. I never mentioned how much I was going to make. I never mentioned that I did make the same salary as teachers who went and had a 4-year degree. You know, I had teachers hanging. They were like, how the fuck this nigga goddamn, damn, I ain't gonna lie. I went in there myself. My uniform, I used to wear some blue Jordans. I had like a different selection of jogging pants with blue, black, white, gray. You know, couldn't go too deep in the color. And a selection of Nike shirts. These folks dressed up every day. They looked me up and down every day. Like, what the fuck he think he going? Like, nigga, this ain't the hood. Right. I used to have my diamond earrings. I used to have my diamond earrings in my ear. You know, I just didn't let nobody judge me off of what I know I could do. And that's why I did it like that. Because my kid, you know, when I grew up, my PE teachers were either white or either they were like a real proper black person. I never had like a hood PE teacher, like, or a PE teacher who gonna talk to you like your dad or your mama gonna talk to you. Right. So for them to have that, I feel like they had a good experience with me. You know what I'm saying? Because I turned some of the hoodest games to lessons. And when you had to write out lesson plans every week, me and my coworker, someday he'll be stuck, you know? Man, I don't know what we're doing this week. Right. I'm taking games like curveball and turning into gym games, you know, to where one team go hit the other team line. We're gonna imagine it's a curve though, you know what I'm saying? And imagination. Black kids got the biggest imagination. My kids used to give me ideas when I was having bad days. Like, hey man, I pulled one kid, I can say his name, him on don't care, Vincent. Vincent was my boy. I was like, hey man, Vincent, what we can do today? Vincent was a leader though. Okay. So that's why I could work with him like that. Hey, what we doing today, Vincent? Man, hey coach, I can tell you throw out them basketball, but we need to work on our pacing. You know what I'm saying? Kids don't tell you that they need to work on something. They gonna, hey, boy, throw them basketballs out, my boy. We hooping today, you know, 3-on-3.
Right.
But we need to work on our pacing. Pacing is basically they running back 4 across the gym, trying to see who's gonna keep their breath the longest. Vincent ended up turning out to be a baseball player. I ain't gonna lie on him now. I think he did volleyball. He did something like that. He did another sport, but it wasn't. He did outside of like basketball and stuff. But he did baseball, man. And I hope he's still going with it. You know.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. That's what's up, though. That's what's up. Like I said, we need more teachers like you, man, and make us continue doing that for sure. Like you said, black people being proper. I mean, if that's you, but don't judge nobody by the way they look.
Nah, man.
Cause just because you like nice things, you like materialistic things, don't make you less than the person that just want to act like you don't. Just because you like that don't mean shit. Stop judging somebody by somebody look. You know they always say don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah, rich people go through shit though.
Absolutely.
You know, money don't make everything, bro.
It don't.
It just provide
a certain independence.
That's it. It just provide. That's it.
Yeah, man. So I talked about you being one of the hottest producers, man. Let's take it to the beginning though. What made you want to be a producer, and what were some of your inspirations behind that?
As far as producing, I ain't gonna lie, my boy Fat. He wasn't making beats. His brother was making beats, and he'll like bring his brother beats to school and be like, "Listen to this." And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. Like, okay, like, why you let me listen to this? He was like, oh, Nuki made this, you know? His brother named Nuki. Shout out to them boy, man. He was like, yeah, Nuki made this. I'm like, how you made this beat? You know, I always loved music, but I never knew how beats were made. You know, I never knew it had to be made. It had to physically be like 1 thing, 2 things, 3 things, 4. I thought you just get everything, put it all together, and you just add a sound, you know? But it's literally
way more detailed than
that. This, that. Then you'll be at 100 bars before you even know it. You know, you just adding sounds and adding stuff. But back to the story. So my boy Fat taught himself basically, self-taught. You know, I'm like, so I had my brother at the time who deceased, Big Tay. He was rapping. He was getting YouTube beats, and he got frustrated with getting YouTube beats because he couldn't never contact like the YouTubers who were making the beats. At the time, it was different for YouTube beats. Like now, it's easy to contact somebody because we got Instagram.
Yeah, social media.
It was MySpace and Twitter back then.
Yeah, it was.
Niggas wouldn't even goddamn him back. You know, then he was big producers, like Johnny Giuliano. He was like a big producer at the time. And my brother had got a lot of his beats and stuff, and it was hard to contact them, so he was like, man, you need to learn how to make beats. I used to skateboard, bro. I used to skateboard and play sports. I ain't never thought about making music in my life. So when he said that, something just clicked, bro. And ever since then, it's like been that thing for me. Like, I want to make a beat, you know. Been making beats since 2007. I was in 7th grade when I started making beats. You know, I'm 27 now. Still making beats, going hard, you know. Still ain't got to that point I want yet.
Yeah.
But guess what, I'm still going, and I'm gonna keep going forever.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. So, what are your top 5 artists that you'll want to produce a beat with?
Oh, with?
Yeah.
Oh, Jay-Z definitely.
Okay.
Jay-Z, only because I grew up on Jay-Z. I know everybody like, oh, it's because he the king, the whole. No, it ain't even about that. Jay-Z. I've heard this man lyrically explain stories to me like no other rapper have. You know, it might be boring to y'all, but I feel like I'm the only person from the South that like can sit and listen to Jay-Z.
I fuck with Jay-Z
for fun, you know.
I fuck with Jay-Z.
Listen to the album twice. Like I listen to the album to catch on to life that I didn't learn from where I'm from. Like he talked about New York life. I always wanted to go to New York and experience. You know what I'm saying? They even experience they bullshit. Not even being funny because I've never been there. So hearing his story, it brings it down here to me, and I can kind of like relate. I can relate to a lot of Jay-Z stories, although we ain't got the same money yet. But I can relate to a lot of his stories, you know. And but Jay-Z definitely hit my boy Kanye, and I mean with Kanye because his beginning story, not what's going on now, you know, the $1 billion man, but because of how he started. He went through hell trying to become a producer. He even became a rapper to become a producer. I mean, he became a rapper so they can listen to him as a producer.
Yeah, because they ain't take him serious.
They ain't take him serious, yeah. So Kanye, and then he the sample king, man.
Absolutely.
Sample king.
Sample king, man. Made one of my favorite albums ever.
Yeah, sample king.
Yep.
So I can't put nothing past that man. Like I said, I don't judge no man. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to doing talent stuff.
Right.
You know, a lot of people when mess with each other, they judge the personal person. You know, the person of them.
Right.
And mixed it with their talent. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Cause how many people called Kanye crazy last year?
Yeah, I mean he got his.
How many people working with him now?
That's true.
They want to work. They kiss his ass.
He's a marketing genius.
He's a marketing genius.
Yes. About himself.
Bro, his clothes can
selling.
logo can be this big. Logo can be this big, bro. $1,000 shirt gonna sell out in 10 seconds.
He's a marketing.
He's a marketing genius, and he been like that. You know what? He made me like polo when I was younger. Cause he wore a lot of polo. He made me want a Jesus chain. He made me want a Jesus chain, bro.
Yeah.
Kanye made me want a Jesus chain. Gucci made me want no Jesus chain. Kanye made me want a Jesus chain. Gucci made me want a big ass flashy chain. At the time, I said I was gonna get I used to be fat. I said I was gonna get a big burger chain. I was gonna get a Big Mac chain, but that the old days.
That was Gucci Man.
That was Gucci Man was getting crazy shit. That nigga had a dog and
Gucci Man was crazy.
He was going crazy, and that bring my number 3, Gucci. You know,
Gucci,
although I want to work with the old Gucci.
Gucci was.
Although that ain't possible. Ain't possible.
Back in the day.
I want to work with the old Gucci because my girl can tell you now, I go and listen to some old Gucci, you know, all day. But new Gucci, nah, I can't really feel it. You know, I can't relate to it. I can't listen to it and I can't relate to it. But will I work with him now? Of course. But I'm going to give him that old swag to make him go that old way. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think he got it, man. Music has evolved. You know, you sound like my mom when she always talk about, you know, how music changed. I'm like, it's changing now. Like, they can't go back rapping and saying the same stuff they were saying then because people want to listen to it now.
Nope.
So, and they still trying to make money off their shit. So, they got to fit into the generation. They got to make music that's listenable to what people still want to buy their shit. So, yeah, that's why the Gucci Man probably ain't saying Gucci Man. You know, when people say that, I always say, give me 2000 rap versus any rap.
Yeah, but
I like 2000 rap versus any rap.
Everybody who are big celebrities now, give me them when they first came out.
Exactly.
I mean, earphones, iPod going crazy, MP3 going crazy with Rubber Man, CD player going crazy with what's that other song?
That back then when niggas used to burn CDs.
Yeah. Gucci Man, don't nobody, but what? Come on, man. Yeah, all that was going crazy back then.
Going crazy.
They were hungry though.
Yeah.
They were hungry. You gotta think, we hungry right now.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? This podcast right now might be better than a podcast you might do 10 years later from now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Cause we hungry.
Absolutely.
Trouble. When I was at Trouble thing, they were playing some of their old music. Boy, that boy was hungry. I was like, some of these songs I ain't never heard. Cause it was really in the hood type music, you know. But then I was like, these songs, they're hard. These songs, they're harder than his national. You know what I'm saying? His known songs. But that's how it be. When you hungry, your neighborhood gonna pay attention to you more.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But that number 3. Yeah. Number 4, I'm gonna bring it to the city. Andre 3000.
Ooh.
Andre 3000.
Stats, man.
Cause he know how to. I always want to work with him because he don't do the same flow throughout the whole beat.
Man.
You'll get a little Amigo flow. Well, they was just gonna call it the flow. It ain't they flow, but I'm just gonna so people can understand it better. But you might get a little Amigo flow. You might get a little 90s soul. You might get that boy in there humming.
Andre is ridiculous, man.
You gonna get some metaphors,
lyricists. For me, I don't put Andre in my top 5 specifically because he don't have a solo album. But you talking about just lyrics, his per rapping skills, and
that is true. He don't have a solo album.
Yeah, he don't. That's the only reason why I don't have him in my top 5. But Andre is ridiculous. Absolutely.
Crazy.
So that's a great choice, and that's a choice that I wouldn't expect a young producer to say. You know, I expect the common names, Gunna. I expect people like that and shit. You know, Lil Baby, of course. But you bring up a lot of OGs. You bring up the OGs in the game.
Oh yeah, let me tell you something about that. I love the new music, man. I love to work with all the artists you just named, like Gunna, the young artists, Thugs, and all that.
Thug OG now.
My dream is to work with them because that's who I came up. I didn't come up off. Now, don't get me wrong. I did come up off Thug and Gunna.
Yeah, I did.
But it was a specific age range. Yeah. That was college and high school for me. See, some of y'all, for them, it was like middle school for Thug and Gunna. But for me, it was high school, college. You know what I'm saying? So it was I take that back. If a nigga want a whole brick, he got it. There was something he got with Cash Out. That came out when I was kind of in middle school. You know what I'm saying? I was like transition to high school, middle school type.
Right.
But it's still, he went the Thug that y'all got. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He was, I used to go watch Thug perform at Metro Skate. If anybody from Atlanta remember Metro Skate, every weekend, Rick Kid performing, Thug performing, it was a fight every weekend. Every weekend. And actually, the song I ended up producing for him years later, I was like 16 when I produced song for Thug, co-produced.
Okay.
I know. Gotta keep it real. I'm gonna be real. Co-produced, you know.
It's somebody being real.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We playing your own game.
Absolutely.
So, co-produced a song for him a couple years later in the same spot where I seen him get the fighting at. Ain't that crazy? Like, it was some neighborhood BS, you know what I'm saying? But I ended up right after Stoner, I co-produced the song. It was the skate ring. It was a studio set right next to the skate ring. And yeah, it went just like that. Shit,
that's crazy.
A couple years later, you know what I'm saying? Still going. And he became one of the biggest artists. That's why I salute that man. One of the biggest artists in the world, man.
Man,
salute
that shit
man.
was crazy. That's all we used to bump. Thug, Future, Drake, Meek Mill came out. That's all we used to listen to until people they blackball Meek Mill after the Drake and Meek Mill beef.
And they blackball him because you know what?
I don't care what you say. You can't act like niggas my age. You can't act like you weren't fucking with me. Niggas was fucking with me until Drake.
Yeah, high school Meek was a man.
He was, absolutely.
That's all my boy listened to Meek.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, one of my boys put me on Meek. I was like, who is this squeaky boy dude you keep listening to? And he was like, boy, that Meek Mill, that boy Philly, but he go hard.
I heard I'm a Boss. That was my first song I heard from him.
Tupac back was my first song.
Tupac, that was kind of around the same time.
And I like that beat. That beat, still one of my favorite. I heard some where I was, I know it was daytime. I was daytime partying. I know I was It was just some time in the daytime. I was somewhere. But they played Tupac back. That beat bring back so many. That's when I first started making beats when that song came out.
Oh,
so like
inspiration.
So like 09, 2010, 09 when that song came out. Man, that beat was so hard because them hits in that dun 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 dun. That shit was hard to find. Them sounds. Man, it took me in fact months and months and months. And when that shit went out of style, that's when we found the sound. We like, that nigga Mike Will made. They used the hell out of this shit. And now, you know, we got down late, but get what? We were still using it. I was just playing some of our old beats the other day, jog memory. I was just listening for memories and shit. And I was listening to one that had them hits in there like that Tupac back beat. And I said, man, we wanted to be like Zayto and Mike Will so bad. But they were the big producers back then.
Right.
You know? And that brought me to my fifth person, which is my boy Future, man.
Boy Future.
Mr. Toxic himself.
Mr. Toxic, he said.
Let me start speaking that man name like that. That man toxic. Shit, like I said, every man figure it out at some point in their life, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't call him toxic. I feel like that man gonna figure that shit out. You know what I'm saying? With his women in life, you know. But the bass, music, melody, harmonizing, you got that shit, boy. I give you credit, bro.
Yeah, but you know, but you gotta give T-Pain and Wayne credit for that auto-tune shit that Future be using though. They was on that auto-tune shit way before it became popular like that.
Yeah, so, but I listened to Future before he was national Future.
I listened to my first hearing Future was Dirty Sprite. We had that rats on rats on rats on rats on rats on rats. That's when I felt like, okay, I fuck with Future. But see, at the time, I'm a 2 Chainz fan. At the time, at my middle school, it was like a battle between 2 Chainz and Future. They were like the two people, like, okay, you a 2 Chainz fan.
It's funny, I thought it was gonna be a beef back then.
It was a battle then.
Until they made that, yeah. When they made that, then I knew it wasn't no beef type shit. When I was young, my mind was confused. I was like, bro, both of these niggas got dreads.
Exactly.
Both of these niggas tall. But I'm gonna tell you what, I knew 2 Chainz way before I grew up around 2 Chainz.
Oh, for real?
He used to be in my neighborhood. 2 Chainz trapped in my neighborhood. He trapped in Pittsburgh. You know what I'm saying? So he was around.
Right.
What was his boy named Carl? He used to be with a dude named Carl. Carl with QC now. He a QC DJ. So Carl used to promote 2 Chainz. My fault. Carl used to promote 2 Chainz back then. And you gotta think this 2003, 2004.
So that's before.
Did before Duffel Bad Boys. Did before he met the dude with the bald head.
To a Dollar Boy.
Yeah, Dollar Boy, yeah. After that, 2 Chainz got shot. He started being in Pittsburgh. Next thing I know, we started seeing him on TV. It happened, it always happened like that. When something bad happened, like in my life, I see something bad happen to people, and then I see something good happen for them next.
Right.
Like I ain't see him get shot, but it was always a thing that was in the neighborhood that 2 Chainz got shot by this specific person. You know what I'm saying? That what happened in the his name was T.
The power was a setup.
They used to call that boy T. Yeah. So goddamn, he got shot, and like I said, hey man, I ain't speaking goddamn. If you ever hear this, I was a little boy, but I feel like you getting shot, goddamn, got you out of that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That was going on in that neighborhood and put you around some real shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? Now you the biggest. The nigga who shot you probably sitting there looking at you. Sitting there looking at you stupid.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
But I remember they used to be like the thing, like you a 2 Chainz fan,
you
a Future fan. So even though I like Dirty Sprite, I act like I didn't like it because I was such a big 2 Chainz fan at the time.
That true.
So I act like I didn't like
Cowboy.
it. Yeah, Codeine, all that
Codeine
shit.
Cowboy, yeah.
Then True Religion, all that stuff came out. So I kind of watched that shit, you know, manifest itself. Then I started listening to Future, okay, Astronaut Status, Streets Calling. That when I started, but at the time, people don't know. A lot of people know, but if you was around my age or a little older, you know that it was a thing between them two.
And that's why I knew what you were talking about, because it was a little thing. I remember I had my boy love Future. I liked both of them.
I did too.
You know, and then I had my other boy who liked 2 Chainz.
You right.
And it just like that. Then a lot of niggas didn't stop liking 2 Chainz because the name changed.
Yeah, the name.
That was used to that Titty Boy.
That we said.
That was used to that Titty Boy. So one of them, who the hell that was? I think it was my boy Flay, man. He was like, how the nigga just gonna change his name just cause he got 2 Chainz now? And that shit was funny.
But you know, but he used to be Titty Boy, but he used to always say 2 Chainz.
Yeah, they used to, but he did
boy,
really rock too. He had the airplane. You remember he used to rock the big airplane chain? He had the big airplane, and he had another chain. I can't remember specifically, but I remember that big ass airplane he had. He had a jet. I mean, it was like a jet. Right. So, and he had 2 of them. He had 2 Chainz. And at the time, that really what he used to wear. So, really, he need to go and change his name, goddamn 50 Chainz now. Shit, $1 million Chainz.
Yeah, dumb rich. But I remember him from Player Circle, but I don't remember. That Duffel Bad Boys song was popular because, you know, Wayne was on the chorus, and at that time, Wayne was one of the biggies. But you know, Wayne did that for free. You know that?
Yeah, because he fucked with them.
He fucked with 2 Chainz. But that was at a time where niggas, Birdman was charging just to even talk to him. He was just to even talk to him. 2 Chainz said, bro, Birdman was charging niggas just to talk to them man. And then Wayne had his fee. If you wanted the future for them, man, they was getting money back then. So for him to do that for 2 Chainz, 2 Chainz said, for him to do that for me, bro, I would forever love Wayne for that. Wayne had to do that. Like, I was gonna pay him anywhere it go, but he still did that shit for me free and gave me one of my, really made him wait 2 Chainz into like a big star. Then
career change.
Yeah, career change for him. Then he kept going on all along and shit.
So I feel like he would have stayed with Luda. He would have been another little rapper that had that one song and you know, just faded away. You know, now it's hard for them to get rid of Future and 2 Chainz like that. Man, them niggas cannot drop a song for 3 years and drop a song and it's gonna go. Exactly. You know, because they stuck in the game now. They like implanted, and I like when it be like that because Future worked hard as hell, boy. I remember looking at Future, everybody had to cut off shirts. Little cut off True Religion shirts. You know what I'm saying? And get what? He made everybody want to dress like him back then. He was a trend back then. Absolutely. Bro. Dirty Sprite, True Religion, them niggas been trends. And they still setting trends, exactly. You know. And then we got niggas like Lil Baby setting trends in the fashion world and the music world.
White F01,
White F01. Shit. When Future said something about like Louis Vuitton and all them designers, we like designer. Man, niggas wanted to wear designer so bad back then. They was stealing it. Right. That when the blue jean bandits and shit were hitting the mall for 50 pound True Religions and all the Rock Revival, all the jeans that was out at the time. Right. Met denim, all the little expensive jeans at the time. That was the thing because shit, that Future. Future, Rich Kids, them folk made them clothes popular, man. And that's what I'm gonna talk about next when we start talking about my clothes. Cause these brands, they be fucking us black folks over, man. Nigga, Future made True Religion popular to me. Yeah. I didn't wear that shit, bro. I ain't know nothing about it. I ain't know nothing about it. 2 Chainz made True Religion popular to me. You know, in True Religion, they shitted on rappers. They ain't sponsor them and endorse them, you know. And that's why I'm glad now. People like Lil Baby and I know for a fact, Jack Boy. They endorsed by foreign clothing line. Like Jack Boy endorsed by Dior. Lil Baby endorsed by Gallery Department clothing line. So I know they getting this stuff, but that's good now because the game changing.
Absolutely.
Money. Think about okay, just do a quick think about it real quick. Think about like Ja Rule. Now think about Lil Baby or think about just in it. You can think about you can go smaller than that. Right. You can think about Lil Pump. We're gonna say Lil Pump. We're just gonna say a random rapper, Lil Pump.
Lil Pump, yeah, that nigga ain't made a song.
No, let's go even deeper than that. Let's go say Chief Keef.
Okay, Chief Keef.
Have Chief Keef dropped a song that you know on the radio?
Not recently.
Okay, is Chief Keef still rich?
Yeah.
Okay, back in the day, when Ja Rule dropped that song with Ashanti, he was big.
Yeah.
Ja Rule disappeared by, he started beefing with 50 Cent.
With 50.
When Ja Rule left the game, did we accept Ja Rule back in that game? Hell no, because it was over with. No money, no respect. It wasn't nothing. You can know what I'm saying? But that's the difference now. It's way more money into rap now because they know we know the business. Right. You can't finesse nobody no more. You know what I'm saying? If you will, you getting caught down the line.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You right, yep. Yeah, but at the time 50 Cent was
that boy been trolling since hey, 50 Cent one of my favorite artists now too. Don't get me I don't make the style of beats.
Man, absolutely. One of the greatest
albums. I don't make the style of beats.
My top 5 favorite
but I will work with that nigga, boy. 50 Cent hard. The Power song, one of my favorite songs. The other Power song, the one with money and power and respect, that one with Jeremiah, that's my favorite one. That's why I said, man, you hard, bro. He hard. He hard, and I fought his confidence. Right. A lot of niggas ain't coming to the game with confidence like him. He came to the game dissing Jay-Z and Nas. Come on, now. You gotta have balls to do that, bro.
Yeah, so let's get back to it, man. So what kind of beats can we expect from you in the next couple months?
Man, I'm gonna keep it real Drake, man. Fuck my head up. I was on the trap, so I get on my computer the other day. I started finding myself making like a Afro beat, pop beat.
Right.
I said, man, see, and that's the thing about change. Whatever the game do, you gon' do it, even if you don't want to. Cause remember how I was just talking about, man, I make an old beat for Gucci Mane. Get what? He probably wouldn't even like this shit. Cause it'll remind him too much of his old when he was struggling trying to make it in the game. So keeping up with yourself. I just heard Chris Brown say this on the podcast. He said, man, I don't even like to have to keep up with niggas, but I have to because I'm gonna stay in this game. Like type shit. That's basically I'm contradicting what he said. I mean I'm basically just shortening what he said. But that's basically what he said. I'm gonna stay in this game. He said even when I had that song out with Lil Wayne, like, These Hoes Ain't Loyal, he was like, I was in jail, ready to get out because I couldn't take just this success going like past me, you know what I'm saying? I'm sitting here not even being able to soak it in type shit. And he was like, and they put their head back in the game too. But back to what I was saying, the type of beats I make, of course I'm gonna make that trap shit because that's my environment I grew up in. So bass is all I grew up around. 8 Ball, MJG, you know, and all that shit. I've been fucking with R&B heavy though, but I don't like a lot of R&B artists these days. They can't sing.
They really can't.
It's all audio singing. It ain't natural singing. And That's why I don't want to work with a lot of them. If I find that one, you know what I'm saying? But after seeing that damn verses,
that damn verses was funny, man.
bro, after seeing that verses, I don't believe nobody can sing no more. I always thought Omarion could sing, bro. Like that shit fucked my head up when I seen that.
No more.
I always thought Jeremiah could sing.
Me too.
But like my boy said,
but see the difference between live singing and making a track. You know what I'm saying?
Like my boy Elijah said, he an engineer. Mm-hmm. He said, shit, we make niggas sound good every day and don't get no credit. Mm-hmm. He said this when that shit come out, when you can't have your engineer. You know what I'm saying? Or you ain't got your personal engineer.
Right.
So you dealing with live engineers, they don't know your studio sound. You know, they don't know to add that little tweak right there. So but Chris Brown don't gotta do that. That nigga gonna sing, dance, flip. You know what I'm saying? Usher can still sing. Mm-hmm. Who else can still sing, man? It's a short list.
Right.
Chris Brown, Usher. It's a real. I can't even think bad up to it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Can't even think.
So now, man, we're about to get into you're a fashion designer, man. Like I said, you got 2 brands, man. Let's get into that first brand. Now, your first brand, it was called One Bino, man. Talk to us about that.
Actually, we really boomed back up, man. My little brother been doing some designs for us, and we coming back out, but we coming back out on the designer tip. Mm-hmm. And I say designer tip because right now I got a t-shirt brand called Delta for this honor. Mm-hmm. And people don't understand the difference between a t-shirt brand and a designer brand. Mm-hmm. So my t-shirt brand, you know, it's meant to be cheap. It's not meant to be overpriced and super expensive. That's all I can say.
Okay.
When Mino, I wanted to be a part of Gucci, Amir, you know, high class, high quality stuff. Okay. So when we drop it this time, quality gonna be 3 times better. Right. And it's just gonna be a better outlook on One Bino because we couldn't get it how we wanted the first time. Mm-hmm. It was a t-shirt brand at first, mm-hmm. but we were getting like people coming to us like, man, this can be better than that. Right. Or that material, your logo don't look good on that material because it looks so, you know, it looked like it's supposed to be designer. Right. And they were right. I don't usually give a fuck what nobody say. Right. But they were right, cause I was saying that I was like, man, this look like it need to be embroidered. Mm-hmm. You know, which for people who don't know, which is stitched. Right. So I'm like, this print shit just don't look right with my clothes, you know. So we did like any business to do. We took a break. You know what I'm saying? We took a break. We've been getting the business side right. We had to get a lot of business right, cause we didn't know the business. I jumped out there, and One Bino, for the people who don't know, that was my brother who passed away, clothing line. And he created that logo a couple days before he passed away. You know.
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Rest in peace, Big Tay, man.
Rest in peace for sure.
He created that logo. We did a couple changes. That logo originally didn't have a halo. Mm-hmm. So when it was remade, we added a halo. You know what I'm saying? To respect my brother. Right. But we ran with it, man. We did numbers. I was just going through all my pictures and stuff. We did numbers. I can honestly say that was the biggest thing I ever did in my life. Mm-hmm. I mean, bigger than graduating high school, bigger than going to college. Like, people don't understand why I say that because it's something I did for myself. You know, I ain't do it for my mama. Mm-hmm. I ain't do it for my daddy. Mm-hmm. You know, I did it for my brother, but I didn't do it for my brother. I did it for him, but I didn't do it for him. I did it because I was scared. Mm-hmm. And I was like, how the hell did my brother used to cause my brother always painted clothes. And I was like, how the hell he dealt with all this stress of just getting shirts and getting printed and just dealing with shit. It's a lot. I jumped out on my birthday, my 19th birthday. I jumped out there, and it worked. Right. And it worked for like 4 or 5 years. And I was surprised how long it worked because I thought the shit was gonna go downhill first year. Honestly, because I didn't have that financial support. You know, I didn't have that big money behind me. I was doing it off my YMCA job. Right. And between the second, third year, I was teaching at the time, which was decent money, which helped me kind of boost it too. Right. You know, making better money, you can boost your career, your own brand. Right. So after that, I tried marketing. That's what I fucked up at. That's what I didn't know how to do. I didn't know how to market. I knew how to sell clothes. I can go be in the hood all day sell clothes, but I didn't know how to market to the world. And that's when I started stepping back. I started slowly stepping back. I didn't step back because I quit. I didn't step back because I didn't like it. I stepped back, to make it better.
Right.
And now it's better. And I can say, like, my mind more clear than then.
Right.
I got my shit together.
Right.
So I didn't have nowhere to stay then. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out how I'm selling clothes.
Right.
So at the time, I had to get my regular life together. Because you can't have no brand out here and your mind got shambles on goddamn what you gonna eat in the next hour.
That's true.
So you like, fuck them clothes, let me go find some noodles.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So it was sometimes I sacrificed my clothes over food though. And my little brother Bino, he can vouch for me. Like, we'll walk past a restaurant and go spend our last to get clothes made just so we can see a customer happy. You know what I'm saying? But over time, you fall out of love with stuff. We started falling out of love with what we were producing. We felt like we could do better. And that's just we were being real with ourselves. And it take a real man to know that you can do better. Because I could have kept producing bullshit, throwing it out there. And then guess what? People would have started talking shit. Hey, man, my clothes starting to rip. Hey, man, my stitching coming out my shirt. You know what I'm saying? It was going to downfall. So I'd rather it be, hey, man, where you been at? I can't wait to see it again. You know what I'm saying? Then I ain't buying that shit no more.
Right.
So that what it was. That's my opinion of what it was. One Bino, my first brand. My brother's opinion may be different because my little brother was in middle school when I started One Bino. So it taught him business. It taught him, my little brother a businessman to this day. You know what I'm saying? Shout out little bro. He a businessman to this day. You know what I'm saying? He know how to sell. He's a good salesman. But like I said, marketing, I just feel like that's something me and him can work on better. Marketing is our weak spot because we don't like being in people's face. We don't like begging nobody for nothing. We don't like asking nobody. When we so used to getting on our own, we don't like asking for nothing. You know what I'm saying? So when we do gotta ask for something, it's like, I'm uncomfortable. But you gotta be uncomfortable to get somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta be uncomfortable. Anything that you start to do.
I got a question for you real quick. I know this is against the podcast. No, I got a question.
Go ahead.
I know you were very uncomfortable when you started this.
For me, starting this podcast, I have deep conversations all the time.
I know.
Off camera.
We talk all the time.
Exactly. Yeah. So I talk to my homeboys. So the main adjustment was just, being on camera, being recorded. But what happened for me was Kimber helped me, influence that. When I did, at first, my biggest thing was I was a private person. I ain't like folks in my business. I ain't like talking about shit. I didn't want nobody judging me. Only people that knew about me if you was close with me. And I was camera shy too. So she was like, hey, just start talk about your day. At the time, I was working at the airport. She like, start talking about your day, man. You know what I'm saying? Just start recording yourself every day till you get comfortable. So I come home every day, record myself, start talking, just talking about my day, what happened at the airport, passengers ain't tipping and shit. it was always a story to tell. Me and my boy Alex used to walk around this shit all the time, just talking, just seeing these lame ass niggas, just seeing people and just joning people.
Nigga got on fake jury board on the plane.
Exactly.
That would be my favorite.
All the time, me and my boy. So so I came on, started doing that. Then for like a week or two, then I post them to my close friends, talking about something, see how they liked it. So I had to get comfortable behind the camera. That was the biggest thing for me, and being more comfortable and expressing myself and put my business out there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I realized that if I want to be in this field, I got to be open. You know what I'm saying? You can't be a closed book if you want to be in this field. Yes, you got to be. And then the main thing too is understand that you're not the only one. You ain't the only one going through something. You ain't the only one that's been through, that took L. Like I said, my first podcast with Drake, or that Marvin's Room, everybody don't felt like that about the bitch, bro. You done been fucked up about the bitch before like that. Let's be honest. Everybody all been like that. And that's why I was saying, like, so just realize that you're not the only one, that you ain't the only one that take L. So for me, it was just me being, get out of my comfort zone and me just stop being so private and me being open. So my first episode, I was a little nervous, and I still get a little nervous as I go. But for the main part, it is what it is. But to what I want to tell you is, make sure that you surround yourself around a bunch of people that's gonna be real with you. Yeah. You don't need no yes man around you, man, because yes man ain't gonna do it for you. You have to understand, a lot of young niggas gotta understand the difference between hate and criticism. Yeah. Cause them two different types of things. But people, they try to conform both and make it both. No, bro. hate and criticism are not the same thing. But somebody gonna critique you like, hey, bro, this ain't right, this, et cetera, the price, you know what I'm saying? This somebody that's going to critique your stuff really fuck with you, really want to see you win. Everybody ain't gonna have something always positive to say about it. Some people might not actually like that kind of pants or may like that kind of shirt. They may feel like something was off, and you got to be okay with that. Stop thinking that nigga hate. Please stop thinking niggas is hating because niggas keeping it real with you.
What?
Do not surround yourself with a bunch of yes men. People nowadays, people want yes men. Yes. No, but
yes,
people are yes men are
men,
selfish because they want to stay around you.
I say yes men will turn on you because of that, because they want, and when you yes men will turn on you, man.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And I know that by experience. You know, having people around say yes all the time, it ain't the best experience. You know, because you'll end up in a situation full of bullshit. Like, think I should shoot this nigga because yes. You think I should go steal like stuff? Yes. You think I should do? Yes. No, yes don't always mean it's right. You know what I'm saying? Just because you're saying yes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I've heard a lot of people, yes, they way in the fucking prison.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Yes, I go do that. Yes, I go do that.
Exactly.
You know, and that's the community. That's what I'm trying to get out of our community too. A lot of yes men. You know what I'm saying? Have your own spirit, and that's why I brought up the kid who I was working with, because out of 150 something kids, I had one leader. Mm-hmm. All my young boys used to follow each other, and he would be the only one step out of all of them. And don't get me wrong, he acted like them, but he knew when to stop. You know what I'm saying? That's what we gotta do in the black man. We gotta know when to stop being yes man to bullshit. Absolutely. Like you see a young nigga in your neighborhood slinging his gun around, acting wild with kids around. Why you gonna condone that as a 40-year-old man? And I'm talking about experience. This is something I just seen the other day. That young nigga got that fire. No, bro. Go tell him to put it up.
Put that
you know
shit
what
up.
I'm saying? Kids out here playing. You know, and we gotta grow out of that childish ass, I'm a hood nigga. You know, that don't mean shit to these people out here in the world.
Yes.
You know, they hooder than you. It's some hoods worse than out in America, bro. That's what people don't know. It's hoods everywhere.
It's a hood everywhere.
It's a hood everywhere. Even in Dubai, I found out it's hoods, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's a hood everywhere. So,
yeah, man. So yeah, that's all I had you here. I wanted to tell you, man. You know, just make sure you surround yourself with a good team around you that's gonna keep it real with you, man. But yeah, so talk to me about your second brand. What you learned from One Bino to Deck Before Design. I love the name. I love what it stands for. All the code. So talk to me about that.
Deck Before Design only came from One Bino. Because One Bino mean to keep it real.
Absolutely.
You know, Deck Before Design it's on the conversation we just had. It's a lot of yes men out here.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot of dishonor out here because niggas will lie in your face.
Absolutely.
And I came up with Deal Before Dishonor because first of all, it's something that everybody feel like they live by, but don't nobody really live by.
You can say that again, man.
No, for real. Because who really want to die for their dishonesty?
Absolutely.
Nobody.
Integrity.
But you know what I'm saying? Or they just in their integrity, yeah. But it's not literal. It's like it's another way of saying One Bino. It's like just be real. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Be real with me. And the skulls people don't understand on my clothing line. It's for a reason. It also contradicts from One Bino too, because it's a logo I had. My brother's birthday was 3/13.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a logo I drew a long time ago, and it got 3 skulls. Mm-hmm. But it got one but they all connected by one. Mm-hmm. Then they all got 3 scars. So if you ever look at my shirt, you know, I'm gonna let you just see. I'm show them a picture too.
Yeah, show it to the camera.
So they connected together, they one.
Right.
But it's 3 heads and they got 3 scars. You know, that's 313. You know, a lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't know what like meaning behind my stuff. I do a lot of stuff and don't explain the meaning on purpose. You know what I'm saying? So that right there is still a part of my old brand. So everything I do is building. It's not just moving on to something new. That's how my mama thought. She was like, "So you starting something new?" I'm like, no, you know, this my t-shirt brand. You know, this for the people. This shit I can pass out. You know what I'm saying? I can just give to people, and it's just something else to have done and it's something else to have a business. You know what I'm saying? To do business wise too. Cause before I started Before this, I started getting discouraged and depressed. Because I felt like I couldn't start no other business because I ain't know what to start. But I was like, man, stick to what you know. Clothes, music, you know what I'm saying? And designing.
I like that.
So I know how to design, I know how to make music. You know, like I said, I'm still learning marketing. You know, but guess what? I'm learning as I go. Right. But there before this honor, man, you check out Instagram, Def before B4 with number 4 dot dishonor at dishonor. Yeah, that's it.
Man, that's it. I love what you stand for, that Def before dishonor, man. That's like man. You said, that's a code, man. Everybody don't live by a code. That's why I be saying some niggas, like how we see niggas be going to jail and be snitching on people. Like, you knew what you getting yourself into before you did it. Why the fuck you want to go to jail and rat? Yeah, like, bro, you knew what the fuck you were doing, bro. Have some integrity and have some honor. Bro.
That's why I said I can't really explain how I want to right now, but it came from that too. Mm-hmm. Seeing a lot of niggas doing stuff and pointing the finger and then blame the world after they do it, you know. And then it came from a lot of it's been a lot of backstabbing, like in the world lately. I just been seeing like friends killing friends and people that know each other killing people they grew up with for money and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't never let money control me. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't play about my money. Facts. But I ain't finna let it control me like to where I'm finna go play myself out the streets. You know what I'm saying? And it's different ways to get your money. That way niggas don't know.
Real shit, man. I hope y'all listening, man. Please listen to this, man.
It's different way to get your money. Stop trying to kill niggas about your money all the time. You can go the legal way and get more money out there. You know what I'm saying? Because that's another thing. I used to be so angry all the time. Like, you owe me money, you gonna give me my money, I'm gonna come take it from you. You know? Until I started learning, man, sue that nigga. You'll get more out of it. You know, or you know, make it seem like you can lie. Hey, but I'm finna go and sue you, you know what I'm saying? That'll make them cough up the money because they don't want to deal with legal stuff. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's a different way to get your money. Right. Now if you in the streets, hey, hands up, I can't do nothing about that. If you been living that life, hey. But y'all young boys who trying to live that life, who ain't got to live that life, man, it's so much legal money out here. It's some jobs pay better in the streets, bro.
Facts. And the jobs are for sure bad.
I got my boy, I got dudes in the street like, no, it's slow. Your job ain't gonna never get slow. Your money gonna be consistent. So I'm just putting it out there. You know, a job ain't for everybody. You know, a business ain't for everybody.
It ain't.
You know, we still
you gotta find your talent. You gotta
find what you good at, bro.
That's all you gotta do.
Shit, my favorite quote. Some people good at folding sheets. Some people good at cooking bricks. But you gotta do what you know how to do.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. So now, what kind of advice can you give to other people that's trying to be a fashion designer?
I got plenty of advice, man. Don't rush it. Mm-hmm. Don't rush it. Take time to learn the business side first, because you're gonna lose money if you rush it. Mm-hmm. I lost thousands of dollars.
And that's what people also need to understand. So whenever you're doing something, you're not gonna get a profit right off.
Thousands of dollars, bro. I mean, money I didn't even have. You know, borrowing money. Right. Taking money. Mm-hmm. You know. At the time, you know, I ain't doing no more, but at the time, taking money,
I understand that, bro.
Taking stuff to make money, you know, just doing bullshit, but it don't add up at the end of the day. Cause get what, you gonna find yourself with that shit on your conscience, and with a failing brain. So, just take it and get out there and show people who you really are. Cause they don't want to know your business side all the time. Sometimes they want to know your real story behind it. Right. You know, they don't want to know how many sales you made. They want to know why you started. You know, the simple question of why you started. You know, what inspired you to come to my state and start selling? Because a lot of stuff that start don't stay where they start. So, like my boy, he in California, he sell clothes. He didn't start in California, he started in Atlanta. But a lot of people ask him like, why you got Atlanta logos and you out here in California selling?
Sometimes you gotta change your scenery. That's why I tell people to change your scenery.
You know what I'm saying? Change the scenery. He bigger than what he was.
Master P was in New Orleans. He moved to Cali. He got to California.
You gotta change the scenery. And I'm thinking about that. I'm still trying to debate if I want to move to Texas, man, by the end of this year. Yeah, I've been to Bangkok, I got them dogs. So that's my only thing. But I'm thinking about moving. I'm thinking about changing my scenery, man, for about a year or two. You know, at least about a year or two. You know, so I can miss Atlanta. I like missing Atlanta. Right. You know, when I go out of town, I miss it. But when you here all the time, you like,
Ain't shit new. We don't see every damn thing.
Everything. You know, that's why the people be rushing out here. They be like, man, I'm finna goddamn do this and do that. Like, man, we done did all that.
For real. Done everything. Yeah, man. So give me your top 5 greatest rappers to ever do it, man.
Top 5.
What's your criteria? We gotta do a criteria. What's your criteria? What you going there? We gonna do?
I'm about to say let's switch it up. Let's do producers.
Okay, do producers. Let's
do producers.
We can do both. Let's do both.
Okay, let's do producers. Collab. You know what I'm saying? Collab with Okay. So we're gonna do Timbaland.
Okay.
And we're gonna do Timbaland and Aaliyah. All right.
Okay.
And you said rappers. Okay, we're gonna do Timbaland and who I like with Timbaland. We're gonna do Timbaland and Drake.
Okay.
When he produced what's that song? I don't need you to say something, baby. That song.
Okay, so you're doing like a little, you doing a collab, like who's top 5 you see collab?
Yeah, like collab.
Okay.
I feel like Timbaland and Drake need to get back out there, boy. That song was hard, bro. Like the beat itself, like I remember the beat so vividly, and I remember the lyrics so vividly, bro. I wonder why Timbaland and Drake didn't keep making music. I wonder what Timbaland
Drake and Noah 40, he just love Noah. He just love his boy.
But man, Timbaland and Drake, that shit was fire, bro. That was fire, and I can get, you know what? That been like I don't know about 10 years ago, and I still remember that shit because that beat was so hard. And Drake ain't worked with nobody else like that ever again. You know, he ain't never had no song like I'm gonna need you to say something, baby. And that ain't one of my favorite Drake songs, don't get me wrong. It's the beat. And you know what I'm saying, delivery on them. But Timbaland definitely one of my favorite producers, number one. Cause he make beats with his mouth. Like he sing like how we sing here on a regular mic. And he'll mix it some way like a magician and make it work.
That dirt off his shoulders beat he did for Jay-Z. Jay-Z's face,
beat,
with his
bro.
face. If y'all can go look on YouTube and see his face said it all. Like,
bro, that beat still my top 10 to this day.
That beat so damn hard.
Because he made it when he was hungry. Everything they make when they hungry, bro, it be so hard.
Yeah.
But Timbaland, Metro Boomin, definitely.
Metro Boomin.
A lot of people don't know, but if you sit there and listen to a old Metro Boomin sound, an old Metro Boomin beat, that beat gonna switch up about 6 different times. And people don't notice that, but if you ain't got that producer, you ain't gonna listen for it. But the hi-hat might change.
Okay.
The bass might go up an octave. The sound might go down an octave. Or he might just drop the whole sound out and just bring the sample in there. See, that people don't listen for that little stuff.
We don't.
You know what I'm saying? People don't listen for that little stuff, you know. And me and my girl had this conversation all the time. She like, why you keep listening to this song? I ain't listening to this song. I'm listening to see what the hell they doing in this beat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You're still in the game.
Yeah, I'm still learning, but what? Still learning. What that song was? Kanye. Beautiful Morning, bruh. A lot of people don't know that's a gospel song at the beginning of that song. At the beginning of that Father Stretch My Hands. That's an old gospel. That's an old '90s gospel song. How he did it, and Metro Boomin on that beat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, cause it go from the sample to if you're on Metro, don't trust you. That how they made that's not easy to make. It took a lot of chopping and. That take a while to get that sample just to you in that beginning of that song just to make it work.
Right.
You know, that take way more than what the natural human know. Like for somebody who paint, we think they just draw eyes and bro, no, it ain't that easy. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that easy to just paint no eyes. It ain't as easy as the natural eye make it look. So
I be telling people about basketball, it's way more detailed
than
y'all niggas think.
I be looking
at out there shooting threes like y'all see Steph do.
I look at
way
Curry.
more detailed, oriented than you think. Movement, picks, footwork, all that shit, being at the right spot, right time.
Even
that shit
this
matters.
Even doing this, you know, people think it's easy to just start a podcast.
No, it ain't easy.
What you need? You need equipment.
You need equipment.
You need to learn how to, you know what I'm saying? You gotta it ain't just, it just ain't the nigga with the, cause I look at podcast and think they just sitting around smoking and talking and just laughing. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think.
Right.
But it be so much behind it. So that's what I was trying to say. Like, it's just like watching a movie. You see what you see, but you don't see all the people that's behind that camera making that movie come together.
Absolutely.
So that's what I was getting at. Like, sometimes my beats don't even come from me. One day my girl making a weird noise with her mouth, And I just started playing a melody off of her. You know, it just come from inspiration.
Yeah.
I made a joke yesterday with my mom on the phone. She was like, "Your dog back there making a song, ain't?" I said, "I'm finna start recording his ass and start putting him on his mic and start making beats behind this shit." You know,
right?
Because you can get inspiration on anything.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Yup, man.
So you got 3 more.
I got Timbaland, Metro. Yeah. I got Kanye. You know, Kanye, Sample King, and that's just the reason because he's Sample King.
Absolutely.
I'm finna throw one out there. Marshmello.
Marshmello.
Now I know my hood niggas ain't expecting me to say nothing like that, but Marshmello hard, bro. He hard, bro.
Okay.
I ain't never seen that man face.
Okay.
And he got one of the biggest producers in the world. Marshmello. I definitely want to work with Marshmello.
Okay.
And a lot of folks don't know Marshmello made some of the hardest trap beats too. They think he make all that techno stuff. He made some of the hardest trap beats out here. You remember that 42 Dub song?
What song?
I cannot. Ooh, why my brain shot? I cannot think of the song. But Marshmello produced the beat. If you know what I'm saying, if y'all go do your research, just look up Marshmello and 42 Dub. That's one of my favorite 42 Dub songs. I like the beat. You know what I'm saying? So Marshmello, he hard, and I'm on our DJ too. So that's why I studied Marshmello.
You got one more.
One more. This finna be funny, but Juicy J. He ain't one of my favorite rappers, but he definitely one of my favorite producers. That's with that. Shut the fuck up. That tag, bro. I've been hearing that shit since the 90s. Like that, and I never knew that was him. That was his producer tag. I always thought that was just him being funny on his music type shit. But Juicy J, hardest Memphis producer. He just inspired me to make a beat like a day ago, and it got a sample of one of his old songs in it. So Juicy J definitely, man, I met with Juicy J, and then I like Juicy J too because he stated himself. He don't be in a lot of bullshit.
He don't.
You know, and he making money, and he one of the oldest rappers, still making hits to this day. 3 6 Mafia, you know what I'm saying? So shout out that boy, man, Juicy J. He hard, and he don't get credit as a producer.
He don't.
He get a lot of credit as like the man who make all the twerk songs and all the club, but he do not get credit as a producer. Like he produced Drive My Lambo Like a Chevy on some rich nigga shit. Dolph, he produced that song. Bad nigga with a bad. I know, so I don't want to sing too much of it. You know what I'm saying? But then he produced that song, and that was one of the biggest songs. That was one of Dolph's biggest songs. But did anybody else know Juicy J produced it? No. No, I know that because I'm a producer, but the world don't know Juicy J produced that song.
Yeah, we don't.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So what can we expect you for the next couple months, man, when it comes to you producing and comes to your fashion?
Shit, man. Let me go and get some of my artists out here, man. I'm working with my boy Spike 1K.
Okay.
I produced a song for him called Forever Diamond.
Okay.
You know, it's
check that out, y'all.
Yeah, check that out on YouTube. Spike 1K. It's spelled just like how it sounds.
Okay.
Spike SPIKE 1K. And the song Forever Diamond, y'all want to hear some of my beat sound, you know, I produced that song. I got a lot of songs on YouTube with my boy Truly, and the real Truly on Instagram. But me and him do a lot of work, and you gonna actually hear my tag at the beginning of a lot of his songs. And unfortunately with Spike, why you won't hear my tag at the beginning of a lot of his songs, because we work instantly. Like, as soon as I make the beat, send it to him. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I don't even get to slap my tag on it, you know, but my boy gonna always make sure the business handle. I got I can't even name everybody. I really have to go through my phone, like, you know what I'm saying, out of respect. Right. I have to go through my phone to see, because I've been working with so many people over the years, I forget who I work with.
Right.
I was going through my phone the other day and found songs I didn't even know I produced for Pop Lord. Y'all know him as he had a song, She Gonna Be Over Copy Daddy. I can't think of his name right now, but his name Pop Lord. But I didn't even know I produced a song for him. I ain't know I produced this other song. It's a lot of times I'm working and I ain't starstruck. That's the thing. I don't go and post like every celebrity. I done damn near produced a song for Mulatto and had an emergency where I had to leave the studio.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of situations where life kicked in before I let like my music kick in. That was my fault, you know.
Right.
I let my regular life take over my music life. I can't even name everybody, bro, but I done been in Stank on you. I can tell you all the big studios around Atlanta. I can name down there everyone. But until I get that one song, you know what I'm saying, that one song that's spinning every day, you know what I'm saying, I don't even want to name everybody I done work with. You know what I'm saying? A lot of artists I done work with, I ain't dropped the songs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't even name drop. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, so y'all gonna see a lot coming from me, man. Look forward to Kalli Beats, you know. Kalli Beats on everything this year. I'm telling you, that's a promise.
Okay then, man. Well, that brought us to another episode of Put You On Game, man. Y'all can support my boy Keionte, man. Y'all here doing this thing. You want to get out and give me Instagram again, social media account?
Instagram on. I change my Instagram so much. Boy, I gotta go look on the phone. Instagram is Kalli Got It with an underscore. So KALLI got it underscore. You know. And then y'all definitely go follow Devil Before This Honor, man. We dropping new stuff next week.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Shipment's coming in next week. Just got the confirmation this morning. So shipment's coming in next week. We sold out. We sold out double. We sold out double, bro.
Congrats,
we sold out.
Man. Congrats.
We sold out the white shirt, the black shirts. Then we resold out the white shirt. So man, y'all come follow us at Devil Before This Honor.
Absolutely, man.
Let that put you on some game, man.
Facts, man. Yeah, man. So y'all go check that boy out, man. Y'all here doing this thing, man. And we all we got. So we gotta support each other. Everybody that we talked about in this podcast are already rich. Just about we ain't there yet. So please go out here and support my boy, man, and support this podcast, man, because I'm having some more people coming up here. But for this podcast, man, make sure y'all gonna support my boy, man. All right, man. That's it.
Appreciate it, man. It felt like we was just sitting on the sofa talking at the spot. I thought I was gonna be nervous, bro.
That's how I wanted to feel.
I thought I was gonna be nervous, bro.
You did good.
I gotta get. I was about to say, put your headphone back. My video didn't post.
Oh no, you go ahead because this was gonna be for just a visual.
Okay.
Yeah.
I about to say, do a boomerang. Just do a boomerang.
It's the pillow on the back, first of all.
It's straight though. You know what? I actually like that when I looked at the camera. It's like it's background. It's background.
Okay.
I about to say, do a boomerang. No, you don't.
Oh. What kind of flash on?
You can't see me?
No, you can, but
It's straight.
the flash is there. Do it.
See, next time I come, I got a gift for you.
Okay, yeah, absolutely, man. Send them up here.
I got a gift for you.
Send them up here.
I'm talking about boy who just wrote the book.
Yeah, send them up here. Absolutely. I love to get his insight on what went to write the book. That shit, I love. I got
got a good. Did the party right here, bro. Then my boy who wrote the book right here by Aaron. A book called The Cycle, and it's about everything we just talked about, bro.
For real.
Music, life as a black man. You know what I'm saying? This book right here, The Cycle. And guess who designed? His sister designed the cover.
What she did?
Yeah, his sister designed that cover. So it's like, bro, we finna start keeping everything in the family, like. So I'm finna introduce you to him. You know what I'm saying? And I want him to do his episode.
Absolutely, Tell him to come up here. He got my Instagram. Share when I'm gonna repost him. Tell him to hit me up.
I say, matter of fact, I'm finna try to set up for next weekend if you're free, early as possible. I was with him all yesterday. My fault about yesterday too, bro.
Yeah.
I was with him all yesterday. I set up all the, you know what I'm saying? I helped him set up all that party and stuff. I thought I was gonna be done.
And you can tell me, is it still, don't stop it yet, Kim, if it's still going.
Yeah.
You can show me the shirt. You can show me shirts and shit.
Oh, yeah.
To the camera, show me shirts and shit.
Oh yeah, man.
What one?
Yeah, well, I said that too. I
sold
said,
out. I only got my own shirts.
I said, damn, he ain't right his shirt up here.
Let's see.
Yeah, I see that, man.
That
check that boy out. Only on visual.
Man, I'm a cat. That boy Papa, man. That Devil Before This Honor, man. That black. That black. What Papa? Then my skateboard sponsor right here. So yeah, I come follow us at Devil Before This Honor, man.
Yes, sir. Yeah, they can start it now.